Norm was a delight. He always had a smile for everybody. So easygoing, pleasant, just a joy to work with. And knew an incredible amount about insects. Anything you could ever hope to know about insects, Norm could fill you in.
He was also a wonderful, jovial kind of guy who was a real expert in his field in entomology.
He loved to give tours of the academy. He was so good at tours that everybody wanted to have a tour with Norm. He must have given certainly many hundreds, if not thousands, of tours during his career.
Norm would, on a dime, take visitors through the department collections, and his presentation was better than any.
He took the collection so personally. It's hard to say that, a bunch of dead insects are your family, but he really loved it. He had a story about every specimen in the collection. And, there's 17 million, so it's a lot of stories.
The Darwin's hawk moth is definitely the showstopper, and I think he was a real showman in the way that he would present it to people. He knew what he was doing. He would set up the story and then not hype it up too much, but then when he revealed it, people were always really amazed to see how long the proboscis of the moth was. I think that something that he didn't always tell tour groups was that he was actually there when it was collected, too. What's cool is Norm was like a orchid enthusiast. He actually had this orchid that the Darwin's hawk moth visits. About once a year, we'd get to see it in full bloom, which was always a pretty spectacular sight and treat to get to see.
He had his two favorite groups. First were the Neuroptera, the lacewings, and then the Mecoptera, the scorpion flies. And he just loved doing everything with them, searching them, looking for them, collecting them, spreading them, describing them.
My favorite thing about him is how dedicated he was to his profession and how much time he put into it. He came in early, he left late, he was here on weekends. His vacations were always about entomology.
His science was so important to him that all that he published was done on his own time. And he also was a hell of a field man.
He went with me to New Guinea on a 10-week expedition. I lost 36 pounds on that trip, and he lost over 40. We didn't have enough food, we worked our butts off, so that was quite an adventure.
Norman was on the very first Gulf of Guinea expedition in 2001. Norman was in Brazil for many years. He spoke fluent Portuguese. Not only was he wonderful as a pro in entomology, but he could interact with the people who live on the islands.
He really was a big deal in the entomology community. He was a real icon outside of these walls. He's sort of like an insect celebrity. I like to say that he was an entomologist because he just had so much general information about bugs.
Entomologist, and I'm going to miss him a lot.
He is the guy that I bounced ideas off and just shared my experiences with. Now it's going to be even less fun because I'm really going to miss him. He was really a wonderful supervisor and a great friend. He basically sort of lit up the place.